Fast forward, you come on watch on the social so I'm say how say your FunnTV GH. Political stories are trending because is making headlines and a jumbo na you be exmo. And you demand Brasimu and the AD can you message so bitch subscribe to the channel. Hit on notification bell. Alfie hit it on the like button. Now what you may leave your comment under the comment section. Now boy I made you know I very interactive. Nyamisha on your Kesi what me I sa Eddie Amami. At this point in time, political highways in so are very hot. We can't get enough of it. At this point in time, Dr. Bawumia, the campaign team no kasei afedie or negana for celebrities and a team akwakushia. I'm talking about the creative art industry. Now, music for Ekobi. Shatta, Wale, Samini, Kwame, various artists, models, ahodo, and Bawumia itimi etonisa edi free woman. Enyaksem koto akra. Na ehono ena omo eni swadi hunu. Adia sen Kesi bia oba abaima obetimi aye na wode aboa aye creative art industry no. Ama etimi amachi to international standard. Bema Ghana creative art industry no etimi enya international anasi impo global can say recognition. Become international there. Me fancy be from Ghana to Togo international, but I'm talking about global. We actually have na ebitimi I recognize Ghana as one of the leading creative art industry in the world. Na umushia umuno Shatta Wale it will be Eddie Emane Dr. Bawumia na asamo busa ankse ono wakuye street guy ni dwuma wudi nyina gato phone street phone and itimi ebuano ema wonso itimi eba into the limelight. Sometimes no when I'm street they say uma you can see say some of them are very enlightened, but they like support any idea. Now Ottoman say Damra when street president a shady any so to street for na bomodia na unu enka pigi na pigi na unu mbekan demonstrate bi e wa ha sei emeyenhwe omanpen na no say response in time in same re yebonwura eho ne yenhwe de ko ani de ba hye no so am say ha sei FunnTV GH bosan abawram na yede impensim asan edi abro yemonwura Dr. Bawumia so response in time.
I didn't want to come here though, but I have this big problem that I feel we can work it out together. You know, I've been watching your campaigns, you know, and you talking about creating jobs, and I can see your slogan that says, to lead is to solve. You know, and I'm actually here to just tell you about this whole great people that we have here. Maybe we might be in this room like this, but the people that made us who we are not in this room. And those are the facts. Your Excellency, I have been on the streets as a ghetto boy. And from the ghetto, now these are all of this no bucket. But most of the times when I'm on the streets, I see these boys at the traffic lights. You know, some of them, you go to school, you know, all of them. And I sometimes wonder if a government wants to come into power, like if you want to be my president, I want to understand how well you communicate to these people on the streets. Because these are the fans that, you know, support all of us here. But sometimes when I watch them, I feel like, what is government putting in place for people like this? Because, you know, when they hear, we have the mining sector, you know, creating jobs we have the agriculture sector. These boys on the street even find it difficult to be in that kind of uniform, to even go and apply for a job. These are boys that don't have any hope. So sometimes we the celebrities suffer. I I know some people we commuting here, you know, Paprika here, you know, you go out and hear them, boss, chairman, something small. And that is why sometimes people like us want to share what we have with them. So I want to know what you have for our fans out there. And that's the street. And Your Excellency, I'll please plead with you that, you see, when you want to, you know, respond to what I'm saying, for today, and there's people out there on the streets, just say it in pidgin small for
Listen, let's go. So what we do now, we'll go ahead and we come here sweet. Let me take the model union of Ghana. Model union of Ghana.
My name is Lydia. I'm Springboard Chair for Models Union. Most of the time you hear the leaders speak, it's all about actors and music, actors and music. That's how you see it. I'm very excited about seeing the music. These actually helped the fashion industry to form modular when war was in power. And the reason was because at the time, models were being exploited. And the few that take it upon themselves to go to school to learn this profession are being exploited. When we have celebrities like my friends here, they take up the little job, like advertising and all these things that these models learn. And it looks like we've accepted that people don't really understand what models are really up to. So all we are asking for is that we are properly regularized. We want to be able to be licensed. And when people come out and they want to open modeling agencies, they get licensed before they get registered. Because at the time, models were the only acts that when a fashion designer will come and say, I want to organize a fashion show, and when they call the models for audition, they want to charge them. It was modular, the models union of Ghana stopped all these things. And we're able to regulate the system in a way that the models began to feel respected. And we want to enhance on that. All we are asking for tonight is to come in power. We support you very well. See my t-shirts. And I have a lot of models here, they can stand up. They are about 30. When they stand up, I want the president is here.
Let's acknowledge our models.
And what they want to say is that they want to be expected. And the only way we can have that is that we want to be properly licensed. Nobody as well can just get up and do models job. Or come and say that I want to open the models industry. And then I want to ask Paul Shatta what he said. I'm also a living reverend. I go on the street to feed these boys. One of the things I want to say is that it's very, very sad. Every Sunday you see me at Opay, all the guys there know me. And to even put money to feed them is not a joke. But it's not only about giving them money. Every Christmas we sold clothes for them. But it's not enough. Sometimes I give them the clothes and they sell it. I think what they need is rehab. Because if you pick them from the streets and you feed them and you give them anything, they'll just go back. We need very good mental rehab centers that can really help them change their mindset and know that it's possible for them to do something themselves. Thank you very much.
As Shatta can watch the models here, you go give them some shooting gig and they'll give them.
Made a vision for us. Make an almost when you had to say, your friend might too. I don't have I don't determine more. Make an almost when you had to say, your friend, you know, say, you miss you, and again. And some of some question, Mr. President said, Gamro, Alliance is here. Over 2 years now, you renew it. The email to say, you will be a license for you. The mayor said, Rebecca said, or the you will have some who have said, look to 4B alliances who are. The mayor said, Rebecca said, or can look for. It's very as after 2016 early 2020 now NPP manifesto at the end of the CNF that creative for Akroma theaters in 2016 okay any more focus here share was ultra modern theater 2020 ultra modern theater ever o manifesto mo odawo ma hu theater bia wo the person be say hu hia o manifesto you say o be hia creative na say yabo amane
fast forward, Mamina was this why I'm writing thing our taxation. So I'm saying how say your FunnTV GH podcast or say trying to make with Mickey headlines and your gym renegade be exum our say Yamishra on your cases why I'm writing thing our. The need you Brazil will say any yedi kanya but money as with me ye by giving me your comment under the comment section based on Kumana yedi no na what me I like program amami but money as with me a share ama for so answer it to me akabi me man we face so with me hit on the notification bell so yami sure on your cases with me ayene sa na yesa yenti yensemu ebi mu dia ye ma recap of what is transpiring now Dr. Bawumia and Utimi Ekushia your creative art industry. Now I am to phobia bray any to me a code Medina accept our Mode Omo Ebusadiye Omo any swadi say in case say Nyame it me a ban instruction nese utimi efa a year akunyano a transfer say president of my penia and she say ya Omo intimi and I say Bawumia administration intim any informal a creative art industry no nanya asem go to Akroma we spotted a whole lot of musicians talking about Shatta, Wale, Eugene and Sambin, so many creative art personalities and itimi ekowre mo hwa itimi eboa madwumade itimi efa no ntuma pay fry and aksem go to Akroma various questions and so itimi ebusebusa Dr. Bawumia on so ejemre yi manwa at this point in time bobo rem na yahwe ne yeko ene dia ba she no so am say aksem FunnTV GH and need even a subscribe to the channel mami
theaters afi ba ko amphitheater na ye dey my 2022 Sabena Yura Awa and the tourism minister. Obeka said, or my 3 amphitheaters in 2022. Nakabe was maybe and son, now Afina Kunawe. And Yamea Abuma 2023. Deputy Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Ewo Kumanti. Kumase April 19th April 2023. And a party saw said, the year amphitheaters in Damai. I'm paying say easy. It was cast by July last 2023 near Syria. July and by Yemushe. And chair, and who said, now, minister, so central minister, they were Amasa, and so share Massins and Trophy. I'm on to Gasse before December, near me. And now we are joy from 4 80 to maybe a more fair and pay the form Bekasafa creative Jumadeo. Now, come about with people who say, amphitheater now, you're going to say, before July, December. You will come and take a catch and say, I did this year, was a few busy when I was woman as a first quarter and a baby. You will have a house, no castle. Sikaba.
Show other women that it's possible. And I want us to make Ghana a beautiful place where people come. We shouldn't always think of going out. We should always think of bringing people in. So I am standing in as one of the females who would want Ghana to be beautiful. And please don't forget us when you come in the office.
Okay, so we'll call Shatta Wale.
I'm hoping you look at it because this is particularly in your jurisdiction. Now, I think it's about our leadership when it comes to the ministers we appoint, especially the main ministers. And to me, I feel like in as much as they have done their best, you would think that if we have people who really understand how ours move, you can see they can hit the ground running. And I know the Deputy Minister, Akroma, he has done excellently. He avails himself as much as he can. The GTA CEO, Mr. Kesi has done his best. However, to me, I see it as ours is like a special needs child who you cannot just give any minister to you. I think you should probably look at the ministers you give to us, because just as you know, as a vice president, the role of a deputy is very limited. So if you can really look at who you put in charge of us, I think it will trickle down to a lot of things.
I'll take that in the order that the kids. I think Charity, who has done great work in visual arts, women in art, I think, has made a very strong case for why we should support women in art. And I think that just recently the Affirmative Action Act was passed and it's coming into force. And this is, for me, something that we should encourage. And if we need to support more women in art, which we do, I think we should give more affirmative action to women in art. And I'm very, very agreeable to doing that in terms of making sure that you have the jobs, you have the financing to do those jobs as well. So I'm supportive. Shatta, Wale, what do you say? The thing is, where are the politics? The thing with it, my heart, no, it be the people that really suffer for the country. Really be my heart. Me, I be patron of Lepers Aid Ghana. Me, the lepers, we dey eat, we dey drink, because I dey go help lepers in Ghana. Me, I be farm laborer before, by day worker. I be taxi driver before. I be cleaner before. Yeah. So I know how people they suffer before. So when you see me, I patron also Mother Teresa Soup Kitchen, Christ the King Church, looking after street children. Me that can come down, we will do that sort of work. So my heart, you day the street. The children I do all say half of you help the people. So one of the things we will see say, okay, the free education come, it will help. Digitalization to be help plenty. Because when you do a mobile photo, nobody should ask you bribe. You don't have to know anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because if you apply for anything, then you get better. Right on the mobile phone. So digital, it help everybody. You know this one. Me, I come government as a the thing where I go do since Shatta has made me speak pidgin English. So I will move on very quickly. Lillian talked about models and making sure they are properly regularized and licensed. I didn't know, frankly, I didn't know there was no licensing for models, and I think it's a profession. And that must have its own standards and so on. So whatever help you want us to give you to get that process done, I will provide you that support so that you can get it. So that with that it also stops exploitation of the models in the industry. So let us work on them. The whole idea of Gamo, in fact, I'm part. Again, me admit me the Gamo. Omoka say, license no, expire 80 minute attorney general here the Kasa at the and then I meeting started say Omo license the last 2 years Omo license and I put the big Akroma because Omo election and so it's an issue of chicken and egg. So maybe Attorney General Helen Kasa will resolve that problem for Gabby. The other thing was that the promise to build more new theaters when you haven't finished those that you were to build in the first place. So my thinking is let's finish what we said we were going to finish. Then you will have the credibility to promise to do anything. So that is where I am looking at with the amphitheaters. And I'm hoping the minister said to me that some of the World Bank money, I think about $12 million or so, is going to go to the amphitheaters to complete them. So I'm hoping that they can complete those ones. Thank you very much.
Mamena what's what you merchant in a while saying you show on your Kesi say what's your ombre na shadows mom say aha a FunnTV GH. Subscribe it. Me access why any sir. That's an so bad you know. Edi adumbi any besan boy room na etimi edi the chinksy and so etimi aksumo. Me access so much support it by subscribing. Me access.